I wanted to talk to you about protein. As you probably have heard in other videos that I do, that I'm really focusing on protein at each meal. And I want to show you the formula that I use to make sure that I'm getting the most bang for my buck. Not only do I want to get 30 grams of protein at each meal, I want to be in a calorie deficit. I want to be eating low calorie dense foods. I want to show you something that I discovered online that has made it very easy for me to look at the back of labels and know if this is a good source of protein for me. So I'm going to zoom you in closer and I'm going to show you these different items. I've got peanut butter, I've got beans, legumes, yogurt, soy milk, TVP, protein powder, and a protein bar. So using this formula, it's going to make it really easy for you to know that this is a good protein source, because sometimes it's tough to hit your protein goals but not go over the calories and not be in a calorie deficit. So if you're trying to lose weight and build muscle, which is what I'm trying to do, then you're going to want to use this formula, because I want to retain as much muscle as I can, but I also want to be able to lose fat in the process. So let me bring you in closer. I'm going to start with nut butters, because you've all heard peanut butter is a great source of protein. Almond butter is a great source of protein. Well, let's see if that is true. So if we look on the back here, and I hope you can see it, per serving, it's 190 calories, and it's got 7 grams of protein. So this is the method I use. On the grams of protein, I just add a 0. So that would make it 70. And you want that number to be close to or over the amount of calories. So adding the 0 to the 7 makes it 70, and 190 calories. That's not really even close to that amount of calories. So this is something that I really don't even eat, just sparingly, because it's really not a high source of protein for what I want to do. So that's just an example. Now let's go on to beans. And beans are great. I'm not saying don't eat beans. Are you kidding me? Fiber and all that, great for your gut. But when you're trying to eat a little bit higher protein, here is a can of black beans. We've got 110 calories, and we've got 5 grams of protein. So we'll add the 0, which makes it 50. But compared to the calories, 110, not the best option, okay? Same with pinto beans. They're 110. These have 7 grams of protein, a little bit more, so that's 70 still. That's better, but not quite what I want to do. Here we've got chickpeas. I mean, I eat a ton of these, don't get me wrong. 120 calories, 70 grams of protein, adding the 0 makes it a 70. Compared to the 120, we can do better. All right, now let's move on to soy milk, okay? So soy milk for 1 cup is 100 calories, and we have 9 grams of protein. So let's add a 0, that makes it 90. Okay, I like that. It's pretty close to the 100. So to me, this is a good source of protein that's gonna help me not only stay in a calorie deficit, but help me hit my protein goals, okay? All right, moving on to my favorite, Kite Hill Greek yogurt. All right, so let's look at the back. So for 1 serving, which is 2/3 cup, which is a generous amount, it's 140 calories, and the protein is 17 grams, okay? Let's add a 0, makes it 170. It goes over the calories, so this is bonus in my book. This is something that I've really have been incorporating into my meals. So that's perfect. And then I like to do a serving of this and add a scoop of protein powder. So then you're making it 27 grams of protein and 200 calories. So it's still 27, add the 0 to 70 to 200 calories. It still goes over. It's perfect. All right. TVP. Textured vegetable protein, another awesome source, okay? Let's see what we've got here. 80 calories per serving. And the protein is 12. We add a 0, makes it 120. It goes over the calories. So another really good source of protein. So here's something interesting with tofu. Let's take a 16-ounce package of firm tofu. Serving size, 3 ounces. Calories, 70. Protein is 7. Add a 0, makes it 70. That's equal. So this one is a good choice. But now look at the extra firm tofu. We have 130 calories for 3 ounces, so it's more than that, but not, it's still low. And then protein is 14 grams. So we'll add a 0, makes it 140. It goes over the calories, so another really good source. So the extra firm has more protein. And then we've got protein powder, my favorite, Earth Chimp. There's a discount code down below, so check that out. You'll get 10% off. And it's free shipping if you order over $45, which is like 2 bags. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we've got 120 calories for 2 scoops, and protein is 20. So we'll add that 0 to make it 200. It goes over the calories. So another great source of protein. I have either a little smoothie or I'll add it to my yogurt, but I always use this every day to help boost up my protein intake. Next we have protein bars, and these can be really tricky because a lot of them have some really nasty ingredients, a lot of sugar, a lot of chemicals and fillers, so you've got to be real careful. But this is a Simply protein bar. I've got these at Costco. And these are, it says it right on the front, 150 calories, 15 grams of protein. We add that 0, makes it 150. That's pretty good. It's equal. So this is a really good source of protein. Eating one of these will give me 15 more grams of protein. So my goal is 120 grams of protein per day. And I usually do 30 at each meal, and then 30 for a snack or close to it. But be real careful with these. They can be deceiving. And this one's got some really good ingredients in it too. So just to put it in perspective, for beans, let's say pinto beans, you would have to eat 6 servings, okay, which is about 3 cups. And that's going to be about 660 calories. So that's going to be really easy for you to go out of your calorie deficit. You're going to have to eat a lot of beans. And for the black beans and the chickpeas, you'd have to eat 4 1/4 servings. That's going to be 510 calories, and that's over 2 cups of beans. So in comparison to our extra firm tofu, we eat 2 servings, and that's 260 calories, and that's like 28 grams of protein, pretty close. So I'd rather eat the 260 calories than 660 to get the 30 grams of protein with the pinto beans. And like I said, beans are wonderful, they're great, but I would just use them to supplement your protein numbers. So if you wanted to do a 1/2 cup of your, say, pinto beans, that's 110 calories, and you're going to get another 7 grams of protein. So that's how I would work the beans into my diet. So that's just a few examples of proteins. There's also tempeh, which is higher in protein than tofu because it's less processed. And then there's seitan, which I can't eat because I have celiac and it's made with wheat, but that's another really good source of protein. And I try to stay away from the fake meats because a lot of them aren't real clean. They have a lot of fat. And the examples that I showed you, except for the almond butter, are really low in fat. And that's really important. You want to get clean protein sources. So I hope this makes it a little bit easier for you to figure out what's a good source of protein. Now, absolutely keep eating your beans, but add some tofu to that plate. How I've been building my plate lately is I have been doing half my plate veggies, a quarter of like tofu, and then the other quarter maybe a starch or beans. I would consider my beans as the starch. And that way you're going to keep it still low calorie density, and it's very satisfying. If you really want to add some starch in there, then that's fine. But I noticed that I don't really need it. I'm very full and satisfied with the beans and the tofu and the veggies. Eating higher protein has really helped me to feel full longer. This is just me personally, and that's why I've been doing this higher protein way of eating. So it's still the starch solution. It's still really basically the same thing. It's whole food, plant-based. I'm just adding in some protein. So I also wanted to talk to you about the membership, and I've had it going for about a month, and it's really on a trial basis just to see how it goes. Right now it's very slow starting. I'm going to be posting 1 or 2 times a month, but 1 time for sure. So if that doesn't feel worth it to you, then I understand. But that's really as much as I'm going to be doing on this channel, is posting 1 or 2 times a month. I'm still keeping up with my main channel, and that I post about once a week on that channel. So let me know your thoughts on the membership, maybe what else you might want to see. I have other ideas, but I'm going to give it a good 3 months, and then I'll reevaluate and either keep going, or then I'll let you know that it's going to be stopping. But right now it's been a month, so I'm going to go through all of July and August, and I'll decide then which way I want to go. But I really appreciate those of you that have taken the leap and have trusted me and joined the membership. I really, really appreciate it. And until the next video, thank you.